How's it going, everybody? Sandwhichpants here today, and I got some stuff to go over. Quite a few things, actually. I entitled the stream that I'm tired of the Grifters, which I am, but there's a lot more that I need to go over. And by a lot, I mean like a couple other things, really. So let's start. Yeah, okay, I've got this pulled up, but I'm just gonna come back here. See if I can find I'm talking about grifters on both sides of the aisle. Dave Rubin grifted himself as a leftist long enough to get money to where he felt confident enough to ask for a six-figure salary at TYT. And when they wouldn't give it to him, he left and grifted his way to the right. Now, I'm sure he was already fairly conservative, but I don't think he was the level of conservative he presents himself as. I know he's really, really dumb, but he's definitely still a grifter. Sebastian Gorka, Sean Spicer, oh god. Okay. I'm not going to put this guy as a grifter. I don't think he's a grifter. I think he believes a lot of what he says. I just don't think he's watch and find out why. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think he's a grifter. I really don't. I think his problem is specifically this. He's got the enlightened centrist. He's got his heart's in the right place. I just don't think he's got the right analysis. I mean, fuck. I do all my streams high, but if my speech and stuff is a little stuttered and I forget words, that's kind of why. But the overall analysis, I think, is all right. Could be better, but I'm not like a sociologist or anything. I don't have like a statistical analysis that I can do or anything like that, but yeah. I personally think yeah, he's got some good takes. And that's the thing. And I don't think he's dumb, obviously. I subscribe to him. I don't watch all of his stuff. Excuse me. I have watched some of this. But he's usually doing a live stream, and then I kick on my live stream and see he's on, and I don't go back and rewatch his stuff. Not all of it, but I have seen some of his material, and it's got some good stuff in it. So, not grifter. Not putting him in the grifter category. He's either a grifter or he's an idiot. Oh, he put out a video saying that Vosh rage quits. Watch the Vosh video on this. Vosh obliterates him, and Nico is a smug prick about everything. Literally everything. I think he's a grifter, and he's stupid. I really do. Oh, and he supports Jimmy Dore. Ha 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 ha. Speaking of, the biggest leftist grifter. This stupid fuck. All I have to do to point out how much of a grifter the last two guys are, they both supported Tulsi Gabbard. Now they're screaming about force the vote, Medicare for all. If you don't force the vote, you're not a real proponent for Medicare for all. You don't care about progressivism. You're an idiot. You're a hack. Blah, 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 blah. Tulsi Gabbard dropped her support for Medicare for all. Like, super quick. She was one of the first ones to do it. And these guys were silent. They didn't say anything. Nothing about it. Didn't call her a hack. They actually still supported her. They're still Tulsi stans. Grifty. That's grifting 101. Oh, come on, Mike. Don't do that. There we go. Okay. I don't understand why that happened, but it should tell you everything you need to know. Honestly. They are grifters. And I think Jimmy's dumb as fuck. I think he's dumber than, okay, I can't say he's dumber than Dave Rubin, but he's definitely slightly above that level. But not, in my opinion, not too much higher. And I'm not smart. I have to look into all this stuff. I don't just hear it and go, oh yeah, that's right. I have to Google and do some looking into things. So that's me talking about some grifters. Blair White, right-wing grifter. Ariel Scorsella, grifter. Yeah, that's my take on him. Ariel Scorsella, grifter. Who the fuck? There's not that many right-wing grifters, I don't think. I think most of them actually believe what they say. They're just dumb. That's the issue. Twitter's getting mad because I'm calling out Nico and Jimmy. So, hooray. Segment number 2 is actually both segment 2 and segment 3 tying into one. It's about labor. Right to work laws are bullshit. They're labor busting laws. They're meant to destroy the unions. They bust unions. That's all it's for. Employees in unionized workplaces are banned from negotiating contracts which force employees who are not union members to contribute to the costs of union representation. This is actually new to me, because I did not know exactly what right to work was, because I tried to unionize. And by tried to unionize, I mean I reached out about unionization to see if there was anything that I could do before I actually really brought it up to my employer. No. There is nothing because of right to work. I still like my job, but I thought it'd be better for the employees if we could unionize. Give us a little bit more collective bargaining. Not necessarily, well, it's not really necessary for my job, I don't think. a co-op model would necessarily do better. Just inherently. Unionizing, especially under some other union, incurs all sorts of costs that would make it more detrimental for the actual business, I think. Because it literally is that size of business. We do a decent amount of like sales, but I don't think it would be as economically viable with as little as we are. Paying us more? Yeah, but not with all the costs that are incurred and union dues and shit. That's something I didn't like about it, is having to pay dues. I mean, that's kind of a tax that I didn't really want. To have the ability to negotiate with my boss. I think that should just be inherent. Mostly because I do think that we should be in a democratized economy. The Wagner Act. Okay. Let's take a look into all these things. The Wagner Act of 1935. The National Labor Relations Act, generally known as the Wagner Act, was passed in 1935 as part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's Second New Deal. Among other things, the act provided that a company could lawfully agree to be any of the following: a closed shop in which employees must be members of the union as condition of employment. Under a closed shop, an employee who ceased being a member of the union for whatever reason, from failure to pay dues or dues to expulsion from the union as an internal disciplinary punishment, was required to be fired even if the employee did not violate any of the employer's rules. I find that to be negative. You lose your means of living if the union kicks you out for any reason. That seems a little messed up. A union shop, which allows for hiring non-union employees, provided the employees then join the union within a certain period. Better. An agency shop in which employees must pay the equivalent of the cost of union representation, but need not formally join the union. Okay. See, this right here, paying in and not being able to get the benefits, unless you join. To hold moralistically to what I already said before on Twitter about FATCA. Yeah, agency shop I think is okay. Not good, but okay. An open shop, in which an employee cannot be compelled to join or pay the equivalent of dues to a union or be fired for joining the union. Probably the best. Because, well, I'd prefer everybody be in unions as it sits right now. I'd really prefer if everybody just had democratic control of the means of production. The act has the National Labor Relations Board, which had existed since 1933, with overseeing the rules. Okay. Taft-Hartley Act. This thing. Let me see if this is the law I was thinking of. In 1947, Congress passed the Labor Management Relations Act of 1947, generally known as the Taft-Hartley Act, over President Harry S. Truman's veto. The act repealed some parts of the Wagner Act, including outlawing the closed shop, which is, yeah, that's the one where they must be members of a union. Section 14B of the Taft-Hartley also authorizes individual states, but not local governments such as cities. Okay, I don't think this is gonna Okay, an early development of the right to work policy, segregationist sentiment was used as an argument, as many people in the South felt it was wrong for blacks and whites to belong to the same unions. Vance Muse, one of the early developers of the policy in Texas, used that argument in the development of anti-union laws in Texas in the 1940s. Jesus fucking Christ. Frothing at the mouth racists. Okay. Arguments for? Garbage. Arguments against? Good. Let me see what this did. Because if I remember right. Paying expenditures. Union security. Okay, yeah, it opened up right to work. Which is why people say that this motherfucker needs to be repealed. But there's another bit. The amendments required union leaders to file affidavits with the United States Department of Labor declaring that they were not supporters of the Communist Party. Wow. And had no relationship with any organization seeking the overthrow of the United States government by force or by any illegal or unconstitutional means as a condition of participating in NLRB proceedings. What the fuck? Okay, so they had to reveal that. One of these things, there's a law. I don't remember exactly what law it is. I thought it was this one. But there is a law out there that states that you do not have to pay any to any finances to any institution whose views you disagree with. It was some sort of law to prevent churches from having to do something and to prevent people from having to pay to the church or some shit. And as a consequence, if you disagree with the views of the government's an institution. You can actually avoid taxes because you don't have to pay any monies to any institution with whom you have fundamental disagreements with. Because of that particular law, I was pretty sure it was this one. There was a reason that I was looking into it. Oh, it's actually picking up my fucking chair. God, that's super long. I'm not looking through all that. Not right now. So, back to this, because it's more relevant. This is almost out. Alright. Right to work laws are massively damaging. They're massively damaging the labor force. Unions historically have been very good for labor. They were very good at spreading class consciousness. There were some shitty ones, and there still are. A lot of unions are fucked over, and a lot of people have been propagandized. And so when they start to lead a union, they don't remember its purpose. And because business didn't want to have to continue paying the level of taxes that they were paying, they spread propaganda about communism, socialism, anything to do with it. Made it the new devil. Government's been doing it forever. So, what do we have this tying into the next one? Well, the key thing here is that unions traditionally, here, let's so I'm not just talking and telling you things, I'm showing you. One, two, wrong button. God damn it. I can't see this thing hardly at all. We'll go here. Alright. Yep. Jesus. Okay. That has nothing to do with. Ah, here we go. Ooh, and it's in just. Ooh, they even show you both. Okay. So 25 cents, which would be 4.45, and then it went up, and then wow, 1943, it dipped. Inflation mode. Okay, and then it did another dip, and then it spiked when it raised to 75 cents. That's a massive spike. Okay. That would be 781 today. This doesn't account for cost of living, only inflation. Wow. I remember this like 966 back in 1960 would be, let's see, in 1960 a loaf of bread was like 30 cents. Now it's $1.28. That's if you get the cheapest bread. But if you get the Sara Lee, which was the 30-cent bread, now it's $2.58. So just keep that in mind. Just look at this trend. The reason I bring this up is when the gaps are highest, was when unions were still able to do some stuff. Oh wait, maybe the Wagner Act was the... Because this is just about right to work laws. Okay, the inequality of bargaining power between employees who, according to the Act's proponents, do not possess full freedom of association or actual liberty of contract based, and employers who are organized in corporate. Yeah, let's see, the wording is based. Let's see the actual enforcement. Which is collective action problems and cost of litigation. The NLRB is designed to assist in bear some of the cost and the noise process. Collective bargaining. Employees shall have the right to self-organization, to form, join, or assist labor organizations, to bargain collectively through representatives of their own choosing, and to engage in other concerted activities for the purpose of collective bargaining or other mutual aid or protection, and shall also have the right to refrain from any or all of such activities except to the extent that such a right may be affected by an agreement requiring membership in a labor organization as a condition of employment as authorized in section A3, the 8A3. Ah, There can be only one exclusive bargaining representative for a unit of employees. Promotion of the practice and procedure of collective bargaining. Employers are compelled to bargain with the representatives of its employees. Employees are allowed to discuss wages. That's important. All right, so the act was bitterly opposed by the Republican Party and business groups. I wonder the fuck why. The same people who were upset about a minimum wage increase. Election of bargaining representatives. Okay. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, because racism was still a big part of America, still is, but open out racism and discrimination. Like Jim Crow era shit was kind of the norm back in these days. So, not good, but not unexpected. Okay, so the way somebody worded this when they told me about it is it was a little vague. So this is I'm assuming this is the part that I remember hearing about. I don't understand why it's not cutting out all the sounds. Yeah, that's working. Okay. Did that fix it? No? Maybe it's this. I'm sorry, for some reason. Oh God. Nobody needs you to be that big. Alright, let's turn you up a little bit. Okay, yeah, should be using the crisp. Alright, that must be the compression. I really don't know. Output gain? Let's go up. Nope. Up higher. Let's go. Too much. Yeah, that was way too much. Okay, how's this? Alright. Yay! Output gain at 25. Too high. 23. It's everywhere. No. We'll go to 18. 17. There we go. 17. Sounds about right. And then we'll set the compression to right about there. Threshold. Yeah. There we go. So I can get a little bit close.
And if I get close, if I just get a little bit close, there we go. Alright. That's all we needed.
So, all you need to know that this was actually pretty fucking based is this first sentence. That's it. And then you look at this. And, oh, when was the actual, like, destruction of unions? Right around here. Is when it started. And then the final nail started there. You can see the trend. Oh wait, what's that? The Reagan presidency? Bush won? And here? Clinton? Bush 2? Obama? Yeah. Republican president. Party swap. Republican president. No Democrat. Anyway, yeah, both parties. After this stage, right in here, this was the closest we had to a socialist revolution. From here to here. Really about that. That was our window. And this guy, he saved capitalism. It's his fault. Yeah, that 25 cents would be worth $4.45 today. Think about if you could just grab all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Think about if you could grab a gallon of milk and a deal of chocolate syrup, set it on the counter. Like a whole gallon of chocolate milk that you could make because you bought the syrup deal, the Hershey's syrup thing that you can, yeah. And a gallon of milk. And they ring it up. And they say, your total is 23 cents. So you put 23, but you put a quarter on the deal, and they give you 2 pennies back. And those pennies actually fucking mean something. Your fucking expensive ass Chipotle burrito. You just put $1.60 on the counter. There you go. Oh, it's so fucked up. How's the audio quality, everybody? Does it sound good? Do you like it? The deeper voice, the soft, smooth speech. Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. But no, this is me. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. For being like kind of reformist and a little it gave collective bargaining. He really did start believing in socialism, but it was too late. I'm pretty sure. He saved capitalism though. And by saved I mean prolonged. Which is, as we say, not based. Pretty cringe. Yeah, he's probably doing that. Of course. Fucking Joe Biden. Hakeem. Yeah. Did I subscribe to Hakeem? I should. Okay, no. None of this dumb shit. What? Okay. that held nothing. Okay, I anticipated more. I don't know why. Ooh. Hey everybody. Oh, the whole point going to this. At the very least, we need labor unions and we need a $15 an hour minimum wage, even if it happens over 3 years. But it needs to be tied to productivity and cost of living so that by the year, I'd say 2027, we're at a $22 an hour minimum wage. Don't fuck around. Let's learn about Fred Hampton from The Grain. I don't know anything about this, like this channel, I should say. I know a little bit about Fred Hampton. Let's go. I'm only pausing to make some small commentaries. I generally agree with the things that are being said in this. The one thing I will disagree with, and it's a minor adjustment. We don't live in a fascist society. We live in a neoliberal society that's leaning towards fascism. It's fascistic, but not fascist. Has some characteristics of it, is leaning towards it, isn't fully fascist. Kinda, like baby's first fascism. Minor contention. That's it. And ooh, sorry, did not know about that. Oh, damn. Yeah, okay. I like landing here. The ataraxia project. point of these is to tell you, here, study it. Let me guess, this guy's like some Nazi. TikToks are better than movies. Alright, so it's just one of the dumbest channels. Morgan Freeman has a dumb take on this shit. It's weird. Wait, what? Oh my god, thank you, David. Thank you. By the way, go subscribe to this man. Rational National? Subscribe. This guy. Boss? Check him out. If you like him, subscribe. I like him, I subscribe. Another thing with the grifters. They're freaking out over the Medicare for All stuff, all super hard, not acknowledging that, A, while Medicare for All is what they want, the public option thing that Biden is pushing is objectively better than what we currently have. They refuse to acknowledge it. And B, they're completely ignoring all the good stuff that Biden's doing to bitch about the squad. And to criticize the bad things he does, which don't get me wrong. We need to criticize Biden when he does bad. Like I just saw a thing earlier about tanks rolling into Syria. Here, let me, tanks rolling into Syria. Mechanized troops. Oh, it's 2020. Biden sends tanks to Syria. Okay, let me see this. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. So, criticize him for that. Definitely do that. But, don't ignore when he does good. But they always do. Wait, what? Okay, that's good. What is this? Okay, it was totally worth it just for those guys. Fuck the rest of this. He did the Wins of God thing and a metal remix, but that kid. What? Oh, okay. Good message, I guess. Oh yeah, Crystal. Useful idiot. Maybe grifter. Sauger. The fascist. He's crypto. You know, if he had just stuck to being a violinist, which he looked very proficient at, as a matter of fact. Then the hero plays. Hey, what? Yeah, this is the video I just saw. So he still plays. That may be the only time I've ever liked Ben Shapiro. That that is literally the only thing I've ever heard. Literally, yeah. The only time I've liked him. Okay, back to base YouTube. People pissed off the National Guard got removed out of the Capitol. Hmm. Okay, so we got Biden actually doing some shit. All right, let's face it. We can't lie about it. Hell, oh, I want to preface this by saying that the super detractors were saying things along the lines of Biden's not going to do anything. He's not even going to propose anything progressive once he's in office. He's going to backtrack on everything. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, yeah. I guess this short little, almost 2 hour stream, hour and a half long. Just, what symbol is that? Is that just an S? I don't know. I'm worried now. About right. Oh fuck. Oh. Oh god. I laughed so hard I fucked up my mic for a second. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. God, no. Formed by 7 quote unquote Chads. Pretty sure that's the golden one, who's a white nationalist. Actually, he's a Nazi, just a straight up Nazi. JQ and everything. So, oh, okay. Hmm. Let's find out. I mean, I subscribed to this guy already, so I'm gonna poison the well a little bit, but I'm going to watch this and show you why. I listened to him talk to Bosch. So, yeah, 3 minutes in, I should probably make some commentary. Yeah. Essentially, watch this guy. You can figure out the conclusion to this video. I like drummer jokes, guys. Come on, man. Yep, absolutely. And I have to put in some words, otherwise it will probably bitch at me. Way to go, Kwame. You can't just freeze capitalism, though, that's the problem. Wait, what? Oh man, there's so many things. I don't trust it. Okay. The way I hear that is that the state is obsolete. Makes sense. It can't provide for the workers. Obsolete. Let's go over here. God damn it. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't understand it, so it does me no good. I'm sorry, I don't speak any other languages. I was semi-fluent in some Spanish, and I started learning Japanese, but that's so fucking hard. I need other people to help me keep on track with it. Good old Hakeem. You know what? Sure. I enjoy Lefty stuff. There's quite a few people, including me before. Uh, Probably before 2017. I didn't like Reagan back in 2012 when I was still semi-Republican-ish. I mean, I would have voted for Obama because I liked him more than I liked the other guy, but I wasn't even a liberal, really. Honestly, mostly was gonna vote for him to piss off my dad. As teenager, 2011. Yeah. All right. Oh, what a baller. Okay. I'm sorry. Anytime I see it, I have to. What? Is this around the video? Oh. They have 216 fucking subscribers for one video. Where's the justice in this world? I do so much work. Yeah, Slaw boy. He's an interesting fella. Amazing, bro. Wait, what? Fucking satire, Jesus. Okay, let's start here. It says includes paid promotion. Not dealing with that. Nice. Okay, well, I think was the truth. What the fuck? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, is that how long they've run with that narrative? Anti-Zionism isn't anti-Semitism. Not all Jews are Zionists. I'd say Zionism is harmful to Jews. So, shut up about it. Don't conflate the two to try and pass off the blame for what you do and the negative consequences for your beliefs and how they're enacted. Because ethno-states are all bad. Hot anarchist tip here, guys. Hot take. I disagree with all states. I despise ethno-states. Let me fix the sound here a bit. Yeah, because it's fucking peaking. Holy shit. Turn down this output, Gabe. Put it down to 10. And then turn down this threshold. Actually, turn it down. Keep it at 15. There we go. Turn down the threshold. Boom. Then noise gate will mute any audio lower than that. And we just put everything there. Okay. I think this works. Connect. Okay. Oh yeah, and it didn't start at the full thing, so I'll look that up later. See if I can figure it out for the next one. I'm probably gonna make a video on a couple of things, such as minimum wage. I've been putting that off, but it'll be easier for me to do, I think. As it stands, 2 hours. I think this is fine for stream for now. It's 11 o'clock. Minecraft server's probably closed right now, so I can't even do that. So I'm probably going to go back and play a different video game. Alright. Nobody ever talks. Oh yeah, and I have been reading about FATCA, which is a foreign tax thing to, according to the letter of the law, it is supposed to go after people who are U.S. citizens, even if they're non-residents, U.S. citizens for purposes of taxes. So it'll hit green card holders, non-residents, and it's supposed to hit, or it does hit actual residents, but if their finances are in foreign accounts. It's not supposed to hit people who don't make $50,000 or who don't have $50,000 or more in assets overseas. And it's not supposed to hit them if that's where all their income is or all their assets are. Apparently there's been enforcement issues from the countries that have already signed the agreements with the US to enforce this. They're enforcing it improperly. There's this huge move. Well, I can't say huge, but I've seen like 8 to 10 different people engage on this issue with me alone, and I'm a very small Twitter user. And I'll admit I've got some statements that are probably not the most well informed on the issue. I kind of looked at it real quick and I'm like, wait, this says something completely different than what they're saying, and they're linking stuff from bias sites, and I'm trying to piece together a bunch of different information all at once while I'm at work over the course of fucking 2 days. This is the third day. And so I sat down and looked into the overall thing, and I'll admit right now there are some issues with it. It is targeting, in very rare circumstances, according to the data I've been able to see. And by rare, I mean like it's supposed to affect people in a certain tax group. And so it affects about 4% of people who don't live in the US. But the justifications for it are they're capable of moving back to the United States at any point, and if they're living across the fucking ocean until they're 65 and then coming back, they're eligible for Social Security benefits. You get it whether or not you pay into it, regardless of what other people say. There are people who are really fucking stupid and don't understand this issue. The Social Security issue, that is. But I do. I've looked into it myself. They don't know how Social Security works. Because if they're 65 now and coming back, I'm paying for their Social Security. It's a pay it forward system. So, keep that in mind. Social Security is going to always be solvent. But them paying into the system so that they can pull out of it later, or at least so that it's helping with the people who it needs to currently, so that they can receive their benefits. I don't actually think that they should have to pay in to receive the benefits, but I think they need to pay in to ensure that benefits could increase, although we could increase them without having to tax a lot of people more. There's policies that we need to change. I disagree with a large portion of our tax policies in this country. That's a topic for a completely different time. So as it says, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream, everybody. It's 11:30, as you can see here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what I do here, go ahead and hit the subscribe. You know, it's this button. Well, it's not gonna show up here for this because this is my stream. Fucking right here, this button. If you hit it, and then you hit, I'm subscribed to him already, so you can go here and you can hit this, and you can hit the all. Boom. I meant to do that a while ago, but I get busy. But you hit that, yeah. You can even hit the like button. Maybe leave a comment here that says something like, "Thanks for sharing your insights, you stupid piece of shit." And then we can argue it out in the comments, or you can ask me for the Discord, and you can jump on. But as it sits, yeah. Take care, everybody. I love y'all. Have a great night.